Yeah, listen, SO Star, check it.
Emmet Energy, proud supporter of Morphic-Realms. Contact Christina if you're on the south coast of New South Wales and want to get your pets moving again. Use the code ZENDOG and get 20% off your first consultation.
We're on the road, we're heading to Canberra, and probably about an hour and a half away from seeing this bike. Not 100% if I'm going to buy it yet, but probably about 95% sure I will. It all checks out. I've had my little brother look at it already and give it the once over. He says it's an honest buy, seller seems pretty decent. So go suss it out properly, see what it's all about, eh? Bike in tow, pretty excited now. We're on our way home and travel's been well. No issues with the trailer at the bike loading. Yeah, we're just coming down the quiet. It's still burnt as a crisp. Probably can't see much there, but that's from 2019 bushfires. Quite cooked still. Absolutely destroyed this area. Maybe I'll rip the fucking SV1000 up this hill one day, maybe. I'd like to, without getting too crazy. Push.
So it's time to take this bike out for its first proper little shakedown and see what it's all about. Never test rode this bike, neither did my brother, so we're finding out how good it is right now. This is the first ride, first real rip around the street, and just getting my bearings with it, getting a feel for how it runs, trying not to stack it. Seems to go well. Don't mind that wind noise. The Ace Pro was right on the chest there with the open mic, so it's copping it. But yeah, she moves. She's got some power. Definitely a lot more than the CB400 I'm used to and the dirt bikes. So before I change anything, I'm just getting a vibe, seeing what issues the bike might have, seeing if I can feel any strangeness about it. I do have to do the stator magnets, check them because they're unknown in this bike. And the whole front end of the bike is getting changed up, as you'll see further in the episode. Goes well. I can't get enough of that. It's such a fun bike to ride around the street, have a rip around on, and perfect day for it. hearing it now is with the stock mufflers. I have since drilled the baffles out in those a little bit, and they sound sort of premium now. Actually, they sound really good. I still want to change the exhaust on this bike in the future. There's a few other plans. I want to get rid of the Cafe Racer, set up at the rear, and put the factory style plastics on it and make it a sleek sort of street fighter looking bike, and put a rear undercowl fairing on it. All that's coming in the future, as long as petrol continues to exist and it's not $5 a litre or more, or you don't have to scan your eyeball just to fill your tank, because I won't be doing that. Alright, a little update on the bike. Since purchasing, this is where I'm at. First job, rebuild these front forks. So taking them off. Currently they're draining. The oil was putrid, metallic, and definitely needed a change. Not sure if they're actually leaking, but either way, it's all getting redone. And I'll be doing a whole new front setup when I put it back together. New bars, new risers, new switches, new grips, new mirrors, new levers, what else? And general tidy up, new LED headlight, and pretty much some LED indicators, and that's the first job. And also I've got to rip the stator cover off and the clutch cover, or at least the stator cover off, and check the magnets. And yeah, other than that, waiting on a few bits in the post. Got a whole new rear subframe, factory one, and the associated bits to go back to stock. So I'll be doing that, but that'll be in the future. First I just want to get it running, fix up the front of the bike, and get it regoed, and enjoy it for a little bit. Full service, oil change, spark plugs, filters, coolant if it needs it, brake fluids, all that. And I've got to rebuild the brake calipers, which are just here. So either them or the forks that were leaking oil all over the brakes, either way, they're both getting rebuilt. Whoa! Stator is off. Stator cover is off. And, excuse me, I got my mouth full of a fucking pumpkin scone. It looked like I have one of the rare cases where the magnets have not moved, which is fucking excellent. So, JB weld time. I'll clean all this up. Clean all the old shit out, and yeah, make it so it never moves ever. Okay, so as you can see, I have JB welded 3 of the gaps so far. It's a bit of a slow process, waiting for this stuff to dry. And yeah, an SV1000. It's probably a good idea to check this. I'm glad they haven't moved though. Alright, forks are apart. That was a pretty easy process, to be honest. Everything looks all pretty good. Getting ready to reassemble. Didn't need no fancy schmancy tools to hold the damper rod, so it just came out on its own with the impact. And I might have to make something up though to hold this when we tighten it up, or possibly you can just add another nut onto the top of the thread, lock it and hold it with a socket. I don't know. Anyway, forks are going back together. Beneath the buried dust of olden times, math is ticking in the clockwork of our crimes. Plunge in the shadows for a taste of holy light. Never truly been alone inside this night. Listen to the ghost in the machine. Silent sounds of everything unseen. Frequency is matching up the soul, taking back the fragments and the this whole place is a hologram, running cold inside a giant shell. Walls in walls like a So this was my first time ever rebuilding a set of front forks. These ones were really simple, straightforward as. I didn't need any special tools or any fandangled mechanics to get them out and sorted. And also gave the front brake calipers a full rebuild as well, because it was either the shocks or the brakes leaking. I think it was the brakes in the end, but I'm not sure. And everything's all back together and all good and working as it should be now. And we're just doing a quick cheeky paint job on the tank and the fairings. Cleaned up the brake discs. And yeah, just a quick little tidy up before we do rego. Well, that was an absolute fucking fail. I just tested out this paint, color spec from Super Cheap Base Coat, and it's reacting with the White Knight appliance white that I've put on there as just a even out coverage. This had a bit of DNA white base coat left, so I just gave it a quick hit with that, but not all of it, so it's still reacting here and whatnot. So that's bodge, and the can is spraying rubbish, like it's just splurting out and not giving it even coating. So I'm going to take that back and get my money back, change the color, because I got this color on a whim just looking at the color chart. So fuck this off, I'll do some more sanding. Wagon, painting sucks. Like I said in my other videos, the end result, worth it. But yeah. Oh, hey there. Welcome back to Operation SV1000. Where are we at with this bike? Let's have a look, eh? It's a mess. But what's going on? So far, I have rebuilt the forks, rebuilt the brake calipers, painted up the front, new bar risers, new throttle, new cables. That was an absolute nightmare to fit this throttle cable. Horrible job, don't recommend it. Took about 2 hours. Removing the radiator and the plastic guard helped a lot. Should have done that in the first place, but anyway, whatever. Remove the secondary throttle plates out of the throttle bodies. I have painted the rocker covers, done a valve check. Everything is good. Exhaust valves are a little bit on the tight end, but they will be okay for now. I have done a TRE, timing retard elimination resistor somewhere. I've soldered it in there, and so far that's about it. And probably pulled off 5 horsepower's worth of fucking mud and grease out of the sprocket cover, so she should go faster now, maybe. Oh, and I broke this fucking cover because it was so tight. And our magnesium was so thin that when I hammered it to try and loosen it up after heating it and WD-40ing and all that rubbish, I just put a hole in it, so that's awesome. So I've got to fix that. So I'm going to do what am I doing? Doing a throttle equalization. I want to get it running. I'll do that. And I'm going to adjust the TPS. And then, if there's still fuel in a couple weeks, I might even be able to ride this thing. Hey, that'd be fun, eh? update on where I'm at. This paint job is supposed to be quick, it's supposed to be easy and cheap. It's been a bitch. I've had problems with primers, paints, reacting with whatever was on there. Had issues getting like deep cuts out with a razor that was like some painted on tank pads. Whatever, it was gay and it was hard to get out and it's not perfect, and I got over like trying to make it smooth. It's been painted multiple times, sanded, whatever. Anyway, I'm just getting ready to put 2K clear on. As you can see, it's metallic black. It's more of a dark gunmetal charcoal, to be honest, but I'm cool with that. And this is just a sneaky one-time paint job for now, and I'll come back with a version 2 at a later date. But anyway, this is just to get it looking a bit better than it was. So, clear coat coming in. Here we are. The bike's all back together. Stator magnets are done. Exhaust has been modified. Front end's been rebuilt. All controls are new. Let's go for a test trip, eh? It's a beautiful day out by the bay. So let's get on the SV and take it away. Enjoy!